So today's lesson is about non-fiction reading. The lesson's title is What We Can Do About Wasting Water. Follow up, please. Learning objective of the lesson. We will learn to identify different types of non-fiction text and their unknown key features. So in this lesson, we're going to identify different types of non-fiction text. As before we said that the non-fiction text is text that's based on a true things or true events. And by this text, it can be a true story, it can be a newspaper article, it can be something that happens and people write about it. Word clouds, follow up, demand, supply, and waste. The word demand means want and need. So demand is when you ask something or you want something and you ask for it, and something you want and you need. Supply, the available amount of something. Supply is usually the amount of something. It can be the amount of water, it can be amount of food, it can be something you need, and when you get it, that means you supply it to yourself. It can be different things. Sometimes it depends on what you need, but because the lesson is about water, so it's going to be supply is about water. Waste, waste, do not make good use of something. Waste, it means when you have like something and you waste it, that means you didn't use it in a good way. The lesson is about water, so waste, that means it's connected to water. So when you don't use water carefully, when you waste water, it's something not good use of water. So everyone follow. I'm going to read the text and then we're going to answer the following up questions. Non-fiction reading, part 1. What we can do about wasting water. Water on Earth. Although there is so much water on Earth, most of it salty and cannot be used for drinking. Only about 4% is fresh water. So as we know that the Earth, the planet Earth, is 75% of the Earth is water, and this water is not all that. You cannot hear me.
Yes.
Check. Is it clear now? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
So as you said that water, so our planet is 75% of it is what? Water. We have oceans, we have seas, we have rivers. All of these are full up with water. But only 4% of the water is a fresh water. What does it mean fresh water? That means it's water we can drink it and we can use it to wash up ourselves. It's not salty. The rest of it is salty water, like in oceans and seas. Follow up, please. A growing demand for water. We all need at least 1 liter of drinking water a day to keep us alive. We also use water for washing ourselves, for washing our clothes and cars, to flush the toilet, and to water our plants. In fact, every person uses about 140 liters of water a day. If we add the water used by industry and farming, each person uses about 600 liters of water a day. As we know that some countries around the world are suffering from loss of water, and they have like little amount of water. That's why some of them they have to travel a very far distance from where they live to get water, as you can see in the picture. Here, the first picture is that the water There are some children are using the water to wash the cars. The second picture, other two other kids, they are using a bucket, which this bucket is specifically for planting plants. The third picture is showing a student in a school are washing their teeth with a brush and a toothpaste. Avoiding waste. In this title, what does it mean avoiding waste? That means what are the ways we can do to save water and not waste it away. Imagine that the water supply to your house has been cut and you have to collect all the water you need from a well or a standpipe. How would you use the water once you had carried it home? So here in the first part that shows up that water is very important and um, water is very important and this shows up that if we for example have like short in water and we have to carry it away from very far distance. I think in nowadays I think we are handling this problem here in Libya. Some places and some houses in Libya they are having like short in water, so they have to carry the water away from different places to drink it, to wash themselves with it. Do you think that it's when you get this amount of water, what you will do with it? Are you going to waste it or you going to use it carefully? Try to think how.
Go to use it carefully.
That's correct. Try to think how you and your family can avoid wasting water. For example, do not wash your hand or brush your teeth under a running tap. So here, this is one of the things that we should do every day. For example, when you wash your hands, you don't have to open the water tap like very strong and it's going to be running a lot of water. That means you are wasting water. It should be you open it, you use it, and you close it immediately until you finish like washing your hands with soap. And then you wash it again with water. That's one way to avoid wasting water. When we use a tap, make sure you turn it off properly. Dropping taps can waste a lot of water. So that means
What's mean top?
tap it's like it's the place in the toilet where we wash our hands where the water comes from.
Oh, I understand it.
Good. So this one is like when you open it, use it, and when you close it, you have to make sure that you close it carefully or in a good way. So do not dropping tips, like it's going to be dropping water, like drops after drops. That's another way of wasting water. So when you use it, it's much better to close it carefully so you can save water and avoid wasting the water. Is it clear?
Okay.
Okay. Saving water outside. So this is avoiding wasting water in the house. This is saving water outside. People often leave houses on for longer than is needed, and wastewater for many small gardens. It's not really necessary. To use a house and sprinkle, use a watering can instead. With
What's mean necessary?
necessary, that means very important and something you need it you need it a lot. Means ضروري, necessary. With and then here first let me finish the paragraph and then I will explain. So with a watering can you can make sure that the water goes only where it's needed and none is wasted. So here, so for example, you have a garden outside your house and you want to water the plants. How you should do it? Are you going to use a garden? What was it called? It's called like a garden top, for example. Like you spread a lot of water and you waste a lot of water. It's much better to avoid wasting is to use a can like this one. like this one. So when you're planning to plant your plants, it's much better to use this, not to use this, because, for example, this one is wasting a lot of water. This one is saving water. Is it clear? And Muhammad, for your question, you said what is top? This is
Miss
top.
Hajar, what the
Yes, Muhammad.
what the two children? Why they waste water?
The two children? No, they're not wasting water. These two children are carrying a garden bucket, which is they use to plant plants, give water to the plants, and it's not wasting water. This is saving water. This one is wasting water, using this top, like to wash the car and to give water to the plants, is wasting water. Is it clear? So first we learn about what is water and what we need it. And then we learn about how we avoid wasting it. And the last paragraph is talking about how we can save more water outside the house and inside the house. Is it clear? Mariam?
Yes.
Muhammad? So look at this
Yes.
discussion time. I need you to discuss this one with me. Look at this and follow up. Sometimes water is responsible for causing serious problems. Do you think this situation can be avoided? Brainstorm ideas as a class. So sometimes like a lot of water is causing what? Causing problems, right? And what do you think that we should do to avoid this problem? So for example, in winter, when it's heavily raining, water is gathered up in the streets and in the roads, right? Sometimes some of the roads are closed. You cannot um, go through it. And sometimes the roads are like fully with water. Some cars are dragging inside the water, like they drag inside the water and we cannot go out. Tell me any solution that we think we should do to avoid this problem. Any solution? Any ideas? Muhammad, Mariam,
1 minute.
think about it. Like instead of like the water is gathering up, it's raining a lot and it's gathering up. What should we do to solve this problem? Mariam?
Me,
Mariam?
we should make like roads next to it or like holes so the water can fill up with it
That's correct.
and not to get into the road.
That's correct. That's excellent. So making a holes next to the roads and pipes so that the hoses, the water is going through the holes and to the pipes, and they can be used. This water can be used again. How they can be used again? By recycling. That means cleaning up the water and use it again to plants, the trees, and to wash, for example, use for washing things. Muhammad, do you have any idea?
And the people they don't have to go in this place that is full of water.
That's correct. So by saving water this way, we are avoiding wasting and we are using it another time. That's good. Let's go for comprehension part. Follow up.
Or in the screen.
So comprehension part A. What percentage of the earth water can we use for drinking? Okay.
4.
That's correct. 4%. So you can answer it in your book or in your class notebook. So what percentage of the earth water can we use is 4%. That means only 4%
Page
of
number
the whole
what?
water. Page 120, ya Muhammad.
Yeah, Miss Hajar.
120, exercise A1. Okay. Next question.
Okay.
Why is the figure so slow? So what does it mean, the figure? Why is the number 4% is so low? Why it's so low? Who can tell me?
What's mean?
The
Percent.
figure, it means the number of water we can drink it around the world is, we said that only 4%. Why it's so low? 4 is little, right? Why it's 4% only? Because what?
Because
Because
the
the rest of,
rest is salty.
that's correct.
Because the
Because,
rest water we want to use it in anything.
yes. So because
Not
most of the
not only
water
for
on
drinking.
earth, so because most of the water on earth is salty, so only 4% of the water around the earth is sweet, so we can drink it, but the rest is salty. Answer it. 2A. You can copy. Number 3. Name 4 different things we use water for. So can you tell me 4 different things we use water for?
Me,
Mariam?
uh, watering plants,
Watering plants.
washing our dishes and clothes,
Okay. Muhammad, can you add more?
Okay. 1 minute. For drink.
Drinking. We have a lot. I'll show you. Drinking, washing ourselves. We
Okay,
can add.
alright.
We can add flushing the toilet, watering plants. So we can add this one here. Right with me? Flushing, toilet. We need it, right? And as Mariam said, watering plants. Is it okay? Copy it, please.
Okay,
Quickly,
1 minute.
because I need to finish the lesson.
can we screenshot it and then write it?
Yes, you can screenshot it. It's a lot easier if you take a screenshot and then you write it later. You can do the same. If you are
Thank
using
you.
a phone, you can screenshot it.
Okay.
So, Muhammad, have you finished? Quickly, because I have
1 minute.
lesson after this. Okay. Let's start.
You can erase it.
So, exercise B, you can try to do it by yourself. It just, what do you think? So exercise B is concerned to you specifically. So read the question and give an answer about what do you think about it. Okay. And try to avoid wasting water, because as we know, water is very important. Do you have any questions about the lesson?
No.
No.
Good. Thank you, and see you tomorrow, inshallah. We have English and conversation tomorrow.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Bye.